Hello everybody, and welcome to the second of the last of the series. And this is not about anything on the airplane. You guys have heard everything, seen everything at this point that you possibly need to know to build any of the Miracet's jets. Now, I'm really coming out with this because of this is the last of the build. We got one more video to do, and we're waiting on landing gear. It's coming from Belgium, so we are still waiting on it and all this. I'm not going to cover radio systems or any of that stuff simply for the fact is you guys already know this. If you're building an airplane like this, you guys have already been there. You guys already know it. You know how to set. You know how to do your radios. You've done all these things. And you guys have come up with some amazing airplanes. I have very much enjoyed doing this series. I want to give a big, major thank you to all of you. And wholeheartedly, I mean, this is where we are. The airplane is basically built, guys. I'm going to cover the landing gear installation, what I'm doing, and show off the rotating nose gear that was built for this airplane custom. We're still waiting for it to get through customs because it came from Belgium. So a lot of you guys are from all over the place, and I will be doing a new series, but it's going to be on a totally different deal. And the next airplane that I build is actually going to be somebody else's, and it's going to be a deal that I'm going to invite any of you that want one of these jets built and you just don't want to build it. And basically what it is that I will build it in my shop, and I will use it to build another Miracet jet. If you guys want a jet built, personal message me. I'll fill you on the details and what it's going to cost and everything else. The terms of this is that I need everything up front on the materials. Everything's going to be gone because the next one, it will take approximately 2 months to build. We're going to go and build the next one without any video series deals, and we're going to shoot it live. And it's going to be whatever airplane anybody decides. And it's going to be a situation where I build it, and it'll be a start to finish build, engine installed, everything done, ready to go, ready to fly. With the exception of the radio gear. And I will use mine to set it up, and basically it'll be a deal where everything's done, it will work. I will not fly the airplane, I will leave that up to you to do the maiden. The stipulation on that is that whatever airplane that you decide to have built, the cost to build it is going to be, you need to get me a kit and the retracts. And it's, so if I build one for you, I'm building one for me. Kind of one of those deals, and we're going to fill the shop up. So if anybody wants an airplane built by me, let me know. I will make it Top Gun quality. Everything I've done here is, this is my work, guys. This is what I do. There's things some people like, there's some don't like it at all. But you know what? I've seen all kinds. But as far as the F-86 goes, I'm calling it the series done, because I've showed you everything except for, like I said, the landing gear is something that I did differently because I was waiting and worked around it. And my intent with this airplane, knowing it, is this is what this particular deal is basically saying goodbye to everybody for a while until we build another and start a new series, and or well, basically as it is, guys, I've shown you guys everything you needed to know about building literally any Mears sets airplane. And basically I've added a lot of things on here that I've shared that do not come with the kit, and I'm going to give you guys a quick relapping. It's like this. The sliding canopy is not something that comes in there. The fiberglass canopy is available for this airplane, and I'm sure there will be more available should anybody ask Mears to do them. There's a lot more printed parts that are going to be coming out with a lot of different things. There are a lot of different options on these airplanes. And a lot of the parts I get through iFly Utilities. The hood, the latch here, that's iFly Utilities. As you can see, wonderful product. 29 bucks. There's a lot of little things that are in here. The speed brakes are not scale. I talked to them a little bit briefly. I think I might redo them. And if I do, I might do a video on it. I don't know. It's just one of those deals. I'm just kind of, quite honestly, guys, I did this as a service for Mears Models for the deal, and I'm going to tell a little story right now because it's actually funny, and it's actually one of these deals that actually did happen, and not protecting any names or anybody, because everybody that's been in here has actually been more or less a hero. And we've done a lot of cool, a lot of good things came out, and a lot of very good friendships were made through this story. And as a lot of you guys know, I got started with Mears Models when I was building my Zeroli Spitfire, which is a 100-inch bird. It had a DA85, or big 85 in it, 4 power. Swung a 2210 prop or something like that. Anyway, it was a big airplane, and I loved it. And I put 14,000 rivets on the fuselage and got it. Used a lot of his materials for stencils to make raised panels, like the blisters, the gun doors, everything that was on that airplane was all done through Mears Sets. And this one is the same way. All the stuff you're looking at right now was all done with that on the Spitfire. Simplifies the build so much. It makes the panel lines look better. It makes everything work, all this and that. Well, it got winter time. I moved to Cleon. I flipped the house up there. I bought a builder sale, which is something I do sometimes. And without a breaker actually being put into that building, which is something we did not know at that point. It was there was no GFIs, there was nothing installed. We lost my little shop out there and burned it right down to the ground. I lost it and every bit of my equipment. So the F-86 was decided upon. Linda come up and says, do it. And so I did this, and I was favored to go to Top Gun with the F-86. I wanted so badly to be there. Well, anyway, we decided to take a vacation and go anyways, and that's to actually be at there and go meet Mears. And the original plan is that this airplane was there. This airplane's already been to Top Gun, but it was not built. It was a big pile of wood wrapped in cellophane. And guys, it was on display there. And anyhow, I'm really kind of funny about my vehicle. So anyway, I drive until they blow up or die. I don't get rid of anything. I have a 2000 Cadillac Escalade that I just think is the cat's meow, and I've taken immaculate care of it. The thing is almost in mint condition still to this day, and even though it's almost 20 years old, actually is 20 years old this month. The one thing about it is I decided since I took care of it, I was going to buy another Suburban, and the down payment was unreal. Well, anyway, I got back into it. I was going to buy a new vehicle to get down Top Gun. I just about was in sticker shock on what other things were going to cost to do all this. So I opted to put a new engine in the Cadillac, which is, that was a lot of money. And we own Northwest Aviation, which we buy and sell and we repair airplanes here in the Northwest, where we're at here, actually in Arlington, Washington. We had the money, so I went ahead and I got, well, actually we didn't. What had happened was that we basically got in and found out that between hotels, which were 150 bucks a night, and this and that, and all that, and all that, and all that, there was no way. I had a gig the night before we were supposed to be there, and we drove 24 hours straight between Seattle, Washington. We took every detour there was to get down to Florida. Started having problems in Gulfport, Mississippi, and we lost oil pressure in Mobile, Alabama, right at the battleship park. So we pulled in, shut it off, couldn't restart, the engine seized up, and we were done. Anyhow, we get in there, and I'm like, fuck, I can't make it. Well, Mears was, well, what do we do? And I says, well, he didn't want to leave the jet. But anyway, Scott Prosson stepped up to the plate and says, look, let's get it in. I'll ship it to him. Scott was making sure he got paid for it and all this stuff because I was going to do this. Mears actually brought this in his luggage. So basically, as it was, I'd done a few videos in my day and this and that, got into looking at some other stuff, and by golly, I came out and it was like, okay. Scott Prosson shipped me the model. I got here in record time. It was nothing flat, got it, started looking at it okay. I decided at that point I was going to do, as a major thank you and a service to Mears, I would just, I would build the airplane, I would build it to compete in Top Gun, and I wanted to build it every bit as nice, if not nicer, than what the Spitfire was. So we started, we were going to do a really big, we were going to get in a really big deal, and I was on a movie set actually, funny enough. The airplane was delivered to Camano Island at the residence where the actual set was for Hot Tub TV. And so here it was, I was still in the entertainment business, which I'm not anymore, I do this, but the one thing is I came out and I said, all right, fine, let's just, why not? Let's go. So we started videoing this thing, went through, did some theme songs, started doing this, and then we come out, and then I was talking to a guy about doing all this stuff, and then it became, I was going to do a full video series with all these things. We did all the beginning deal, we did this plasma ball, it was this and that. Had theme music that I actually wrote and recorded for it and this and that, and then the producer that wanted there decided that this needed to be done his way, and I basically said no. The airplane is going to be built my way. This is a competition built aircraft, it's purpose built, and we're not building it in, we're not going to go in there and build this and make it look like Monster fucking Garage. It just wasn't going to happen. It pissed me off, so I withdrew. And I started using my cell phone and actually recording this. And I decided, you know what? I'm rough as fuck anyway. So I, you know what? Screw all this professional actors. Screw all this other stuff. You know what? Screw everybody. I'm going to build that jet. I'm going to do it the way I do it. I'm going to build it. Peter Dahlgren built some Mears models at RC. Win or fail. We're doing it. We're going to build it. We're going to explain how to do it. This is the first one I've ever built for him. It's only the second giant scale airplane. Well, it's not the second. It's actually about the 10th. But this is the second one that I've ever detailed out like this and actually built like that. And I'm really digging it. But the one thing is that I come out there and I told everybody, I says, you know what? No, we're not doing this. I had the hot tub girls come in there and say thank you, Scott Pross, and all this other stuff, which is Alicia and Felicia. And so anyway, I mean, whatever. And anyhow, we come up there and we did all this stuff, and then we went in and built this series to do this, and I come up with my intentions to build other things and do other things, and all of a sudden, bam. So anyway, I did this. I started building it in the family room downstairs, the rec room. And I decided, okay, I'm gonna build this on the board. I'm gonna build this thing as crude as possible in the smallest spaces I could find. And I did it, as you guys have all seen for the last year. And again, we moved, bought a condo, and this was the result of buying a condo. I thought we had this little tiny storage shed that was going to be like this, and I wasn't even sure if we were going to be all finished building this damn airplane. I was going to build it upstairs. I've been here a full week before I even looked at the storage. Went to go put stuff in there, and I opened the door, and man, it was like the RC gods opened up. It was like the violins and the trumpets were blowing. I looked at this great big, huge ass room. And I looked at this and I went, I can continue to build airplanes and live in this little place. I can take that. So anyway, Northwest Aviation became an office, home office. I work out of the airport. I have things I do in here on the time, and I fold the airplane up and I put it away when I have big jobs. So that's what pays the bills. So anyway, we come out there and I start building this, and I did a few of the Facebook shots on here, and believe it or not, I've got more people and nearest model builders on Facebook than we do actually on YouTube. But we have had several thousand views. And the one thing is that means a lot to me because I have 52 subscribers. But all 52 of you that are actually watching this are actually either building the airplane or interested in doing this. Now I've started, in case you guys don't know, with that the deal is that the build series has only got one more to go. We're going to cover the landing gear mounting and how I'm doing it in here. I've already covered everything in this airplane as it is. We got things finished up, servos installed. I've showed everything that I know how to do. I'm not going to go into battery placements and engine installations and all this other stuff because all of you are going to be running something different. And what I'm running is specific, and there's other things I'm doing that I am doing. And I'm not going to go out and actually go and make you think you got to do these my way, because you don't. And you all know that. And I think one of the biggest deals is actually making sure all of you understand that everything I've done on this airplane so far and everything that I've shown has absolute purpose, but it doesn't just go for the F-86, it goes to any of them. One of the biggest reasons why I did the two-piece fuselage is so you could take that up with the F-100, the 104, all of these things, and see how all this stuff kind of wraps up. A lot of guys have been really concerned about the two-piece fuselage, guys, but I'll tell you what, you ain't breaking it. It ain't gonna break. There's no way to break it loose. And if you do it right, it's strong. It's actually stronger now than it was as a two-piece. It's actually stronger than it was as a one-piece. One piece is more practical, but two piece makes it so much easier to get in and get everything else installed. And if you have to replace a wire and all that, so what? I've talked about the wiring, what I've used, what I'm doing, all these other things, showed you guys and where everything needs to be done, soldered and whatever. So guys, until we get this done, you're going to be running electric gear, and really, I think one of the biggest things about that, if you're running electric gear, you're fine on running air. And I've already talked a little bit about little things I am and am not doing, but really with everything done, you guys know how to glass this thing, you know my method of it. Some guys don't like it, and that's okay. I don't expect everything I do to be 100% acceptable. So anyway, I'm gonna do one more video. And then if you follow me on Facebook and this and that, we will be doing other things. But for now, guys, the actual fuselage and the wings are done. They're just basic sanding and shaping. Everything I've done that I'm doing now has actually already been done and done to death. So to all of you, and especially if you guys are on Facebook, one of the subscribers, Paul Goals, look at his jet. It's amazing. His F-100 turned out absolutely amazingly beautiful. If you guys are on Facebook, look at Daniel's Down Under. Take a good look at his builds. He's got 2 of these jets, and they're both incredible. Carton Alexander, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for the landing gear and all these other things that you have done, and a lot of and everybody. Chris, can't pronounce your last name. Anyway, Chris, thank you so much for your information and for reminding me of certain things. And everybody that's been done, all of you guys that are building this jet, solely based on what I'm doing here, thank you. I've given you just about every bit of information I can share with you guys. And if I do any more videos, it's just going to show progress. But I think in a lot of ways, it's just we're done. And there's not a lot that can actually, there's really not a lot more to really say about a lot of this right now, other than thank you very much for watching. And once I get to the point where I can get this in and actually get it started and get it on its wheels, really everything that's left to do on this jet now is just finishing it up and details and things like that. And so really the actuality is that, you know, one more episode, guys. Been a very nice year, and I want to thank everybody. I want to thank my wife for putting up with this. I want to thank everybody that's actually come up, laughed, and giggled, and coughed, and farted, and all this other stuff that's come along. But you know, guys, it's just it's been my absolute pleasure to do this series. I am not the best builder in the world. There's a lot to learn. We all do. But nothing in this world that you do is going to be gone. It's not going to be something that's going to take you out of any realm. Anything you do in life is worth doing. And I will leave you with this thought. No matter where you are, no matter what it is you do, attention to detail says a lot about a person's integrity. Honesty, absolute must. Don't lie to yourself, especially. It's like I tell both my daughters, and I will when my grandkids get old enough to understand what the hell I'm talking about without going more nummy, because all they care about is Fruit Loops right now and smashing sandcastles. The only thing that I can ever tell anybody in their entire life is, doesn't matter what you do. If you're raking your yard, be the best there is at it. If you can't figure something out, use your imagination. Because without an imagination, you're limited. And I told people this when I was airbrushing stuff a long time ago, that your restrictions are only by your limitations and your imagination. So your limitations are your imagination. You've got to know how to do certain things. And guys, this is not a waste of time. It seems like a really awesome hobby to have and all that. Guys, this has improved my life quality doing these over the last 45 years. My attention span and things like that. Yeah, they cost a lot of money. So what? If I die tomorrow, what would I do with it? You know, my family's taken care of, so we're not worried about that. And I think one of the biggest things, as with anything that you do in life, be good at what you do, be the best there is you can do at it. And don't worry about what other people think about things, because all that's going to do is breed some contempt in your own personal thoughts. And I never have been and never will be one that's ever done. I want to thank the guys at Nick Zaroli Plans for being very prompt. Omni Models for the wood. Omni for the tools. Spectrum Radios. I want to thank John Spencer over in the UK over there for the engines and everything else that I've gotten from them, and thank you so much. And I've saved half the cost of the jet with that. Mirs Terzak, I want to thank you, Mirslav Terzak, who is Mirs, and Damiano, I want to thank you wholeheartedly and thank you for the books and all the technical data on the F86 and all these things that we've done to this. And gosh, all my buddies over in the UK, all my buddies in Queensland, all my buddies, there's so many. At Arlington Municipal Airport, putting up with my bullshit and other dumb stuff I've been doing lately, and my wife, and most importantly, you, Miss Anti-Viagra. Thank you so much for putting up with everything. I want to thank High Fly Achilles. Again, Bob Rice for his video series on that. If you guys want to see some really cool work, take a look at him on YouTube. That's how I come up and found all of this stuff. This is why we're building this jet, is because of him. I want to thank all of you that have bought and shared in your knowledge and actually are building the Mirs jets. And as a lot of you guys know, they are a sport jet. They resemble what they're supposed to resemble, what they are, very closely. But I took it a little bit further and I raised a few little things and done. I did no changes to the airframe, except for where the sliding canopy goes. I added a few things here and there. And we did a few other little things here and there, and they were not a big deal. As far as batteries going dead. As far as a lot of little things go, I just want to remind everybody that you don't need a lot, but you do need some good. And in closing, I would absolutely 100% recommend that everybody does have at least a garage or a stall in a garage. The airplanes are big, and all of them are, especially the 104 and Russ. They're freaking down there 16 feet long. You wouldn't even fit in here at all, not put together. So I just want to keep these on your hat and let you guys know that, again, I have thoroughly enjoyed this build. Not my last. I am now a jet guy. So everything that I will do now, since we lost the Spitfire, we will actually go and actually build jets from here on out. And I may build a couple gliders and we'll show them, but they'll be quick builds. The only scale airplanes I'm building from now on are these. And they're going to be done over the course of years, not over time. This is a year long, and this has been a year long in the process of building, and it was worth every minute. And so, guys, pop over to Facebook, take a look. I think you guys got enough. I may surprise you guys and add another video of it with the maiden and actually an overview of everything. They're just things that aren't done, but there's just a ton of things that go. And I will actually talk about a little bit about building the cockpit and stuff on another series. But as far as the Mears Models F86, other than one more episode with the gear and hopefully we'll talk a little bit more of that. And guys, thank you for everything. Thank you for watching. And with all being said, best of luck to all of you. Do good. Be good to each other. Smile at a stranger. If you're gonna fart, don't hold your wife under the covers. It doesn't work. They get a little pissed off about it. And guys, I will see you in the funny papers. God bless. And no matter where you're at in the world, take good care of yourselves, my friends.